Welcome to the Prosperity Podcast for entrepreneurs who are ready to drop the hustle and earn more. I'm your host, Danielle Amos, business and success coach, certified Proctor Gallagher Institute consultant, and lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I'll bring you amazing entrepreneurs who have built wealth, harnessing the power of their mind. Prosperity and money are truly about energy, and I'm on a mission to help you create financial abundance through the power of thought. It's time we started normalizing conversations about money and create the wealth that is yours. Are you ready? Let's do this. Welcome to episode 111. This is Danielle Amos, and I am your host of the Prosperity Practice, the podcast that has you living your most abundant life. Today, I am sharing a powerful lesson on turning fear into faith. And really, this lesson is so that you understand that fear isn't such a bad thing. Worry, doubt, fear, it actually leads to anxiety. And fear is your indicator that you're actually on the right path. This session that I share with you today is actually a clip of a powerful lesson I gave to a few of our clients. And it was so powerful. The feedback was incredible that I wanted you to have it here. For the full lesson, consider joining us in the Success Society, where you'll have access to these calls at your fingertips. Now go ahead. Listen and enjoy it. So here's the thing with your goal, like, why is excited and nervous a good thing? This is exactly what today's lesson is all about. And it is so important that you actually feel a little scared about your goal. So this is a ritual I'm going to invite you to do today and every day that we come together. Okay. I'm going to ask you to write your goal right now at the top of your page. And this is really setting your intention as to why you're here. So you're here because if you open your mind and you set the intention, you will hear something that I say that maybe it's in response to someone else, or that I'm teaching. It could be even from the books that I'm asking you to read. That is a clue or a hint to how you'll achieve the goal, like something that you might be able to do, a person that you might be able to call, or maybe I'll just help you change your perception that now allows this goal to be possible for you in your mind, because you'll always get what you believe, like we said last week, right? So write your goal at the top of your page right now and set the intention that you are here to move yourself forward towards that goal and be open to a quantum leap. Okay. So it's super important. In order to achieve a quantum leap, we've got to act on the ideas we get and understand that the ideas that you get when you're in a high vibration are good ideas. So when you're here, it can feel really, really great. And so the ideas that come during this call will be good ideas. Okay. So it's my intention to have us, connect to the goal. Yes, I'm going to talk about fear today. Yes, I'm going to talk about, what happens when you're scared or you're stopped by your goal. And I'm doing that so that you have an understanding about what actually fear is and what happens in the mind when you feel fear and even anxiety. And I'll explain it in such a way that you will truly understand what's happening and why it's good, and therefore be able to move yourself through it and have faith in yourself and your goal. How does that sound? So like true faith based on understanding. So how does that sound? See, we have a question here from Laura. Thank you. Some feedback on how to keep the faith. Well, that's exactly what today's about. So all your setbacks And when you don't hit numbers, you've got to be willing to hold the vision no matter what. So here's the thing. How many of you, and you raise your hand, how many of you, like when you're hitting your numbers, you feel good? Right? Obvious. I'm hitting my numbers. I feel good. Did you know that some people are hitting their numbers and they don't feel good? Did you know that? That might sound crazy, doesn't it? It might sound a little crazy, but here's the thing. Even some of the people that are hitting numbers, they might be like saying to themselves, well, I hit that number, but I still had a cancellation. Yeah, I hit that number, but I still had that reversal. Yeah, I hit that number. Do you see what I'm saying? So sometimes this happens. I work with people and often they come to me because they've hit all their numbers and they're still, yeah, but negative Nelly. This happens. And you want to find your power. So the first type of power that you find for yourself is called circumstantial power. This is your ability to be and have a good attitude when things are going well. When circumstances are well, yes, you have a good attitude, but here's the thing, it might seem obvious, many people don't. So I invite you to really celebrate the good, obviously, celebrate the good and blow it up and like stop downplaying it. When you're in a good season of your life, blow it up, celebrate. I know the voice in your head might say that you're bragging, be humble, la, 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 celebrate it because it activates something within and it can inspire so many other people. And so share to inspire what's possible for others and make sure that you are really acknowledging yourself for the wins. Now that circumstantial power, like, of course, we can be in a good mood. We can, be in this faith and excitement when things are going well. And your true power or a leader in their field has a good attitude, has faith when things aren't going well, when they don't hit their numbers, especially when they don't hit their numbers. And so the second type of power is personal power. It comes from within, from understanding who you are. And this is power that you develop by understanding how the mind works. And in the program that I coach, some of you are in it. In our lesson 5, we spend weeks on showing you how to develop your power through your mind. Now, this is not easy to see potential and possibility when things in the moment aren't going well, and it's essential for you to develop it. It's essential for you to develop the ability to have faith, to see potential, especially when you're not hitting numbers. Do you guys see that? This is one of the things that has such a difference, makes such a difference for people that are successful and not. It's that leaders, they have a great attitude, faith. They're positive, especially when they're not hitting their numbers. So when we're not hitting your numbers, you just want to change your perspective, understanding that current results are just a reflection of past thinking. Does that resonate? So when you have a blip or a dip or a season or a major setback, as you're saying, Laura, a setback is actually an opportunity for you to grow. And your response to that setback matters. Most of us react in life, and we react based on our habitual behavior. We react based on our programming. Like I was saying last week, programming. We react based on our program. You want to respond from the goal achieved. And how you respond matters. And I see for myself, I'm like, okay, I'm in this season, like I've had this thing happen. I've got a choice. I can react how I always react, woe is me, la la la, victim, da da da, or I can respond from my goal achieved. Now, think about this. If you've already achieved your goal, if you've already achieved your goal and you've had this setback, maybe it's a reversal, how would you perceive that? Or you've had a cancellation, like you'd be like, oh, no big deal, right? You'd have a different perception of that setback. That's what you want to connect to and choose to respond from the goal achieved, not from your present results. This takes mental discipline, and you can do it. I do it to the best of my ability. Not perfect. None of us are perfect. So I get it. This is exactly the work, is our persistence and keeping the vision. When it turns into doubt, settling for less, this is what today's all about. I'm going to show you how to transform that doubt, why the doubt and the worry and all of that's actually a good sign. And we're going to turn the doubt into faith. Turn the fear into faith. My favorite F word, faith. From fear to faith. Okay. Awesome. I always feel bad when I have a crappy week or month. Okay. So then you change your perception, says Cindy, to look at year to date. And what if you could have a crappy month and feel good? Good. I did it this month, but how will I do it next month? Through this work. Yeah, good. I can see lots of people resonate with this. This is awesome. All right. And Kristen says, I think sometimes I do when I'm talking with coworkers who are struggling and they're trying to congratulate me on my big case. This is also pretty normal. I want you to be able to stand in also your power of duality. And you know, when you have celebrations, you and someone else hasn't had a good, like a month like yours, instead of going, oh, poor you, see them in their potential. What's possible. My mentor, Bob Proctor, taught me this. He said, you know, when most people, they see a homeless person on the street, for example, and they see this person on the street and they're like, oh, I feel so bad for that person. And they see them for their current circumstances. And we send them that energy, like, oh, poor you energy. And in that moment, we send them energy that in fact keeps them in that space. What if we changed our perception and we saw them in a home with food, healthy, and send them that energy? And we invest in things that teach, you know, the person how to fish rather than give the fish. It's just a slight change, and it's huge. So when you find yourself beside another person, see them in their full potential. Each one of you has unlimited potential and can be with, I have no shadow of a doubt. It does not matter where you are right now or the results you had last week, last year. I have no doubt because I understand the power of your mind, of the mind. Let's see each other in our truth and not have it be so conditional based on current results. Does that make sense? Because the truth is, current results is no indication to where you're going. None, 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 none. It's a decision. Okay, thank you for listening. Fear, false evidence appearing real. If you have questions about this or would like to go deeper, I'm actually running a Becoming Masterclass right now that you can join. Go to the show notes for the link and register, because we're doing an entire session of the F word, turning fear into faith. Let's go deeper and from a different angle, because this one is self-image, because the moment you go out and you go for your goal, you'll start to feel like a fraud. And I want to explain why that feeling, that imposter syndrome feeling, is normal and what to do about it. So if you have questions, reach out to me on social media. If you know people that need to hear about this topic, share this podcast with them. I do a monthly draw and give away our books, our swag, our material courses. Tag me and you'll be entered into that draw. I want to thank you so much for listening. And if this resonates, consider reaching out and asking more about our programs, where you'll have videos like this, audios like this each and every week. As a society, we go deeper into the contents so that you can master your mindset. So thank you for listening and expect abundance.